You said that thing was no strings attached.
No!
We are live.
We are live.
We are live.
Did I say welcome to the main event?
Run that thing, brother. You mad?
Oh, man.
Behave before you talk about what I'm talking about, yeah?
Disclaimer.
Run that thing back. Nah, man, stay there in your corner, man. Run that thing back, fam. I don't want to hear nothing from you.
We are live, guys. I'm Sam, Mr. Blitz Tech,
Your GS.
Joe 1/3 of the Cyber Nerds.
and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., the finale for Season 1, beginning of the end. But guys, this is not the end of these reviews. I know you're loving this kind of stuff, and if you are, you should be subscribing to the channel. Press the button, make sure you get those notifications as videos come out, reactions, reviews, all them things there. Woo! Season 1, guys. What we saying?
Go on. It was calm. It was calm. I think there was like two scenes that was kind of peak. One that Fitz. Is it Fitz? Fitz. Almost dying. But he didn't die. But he died because not in the team anymore. And what's his face? He's back. Came back. Was he on the first episode? No, he cameoed 3 times this season, right?
Fury.
3 times. One time because they messed up. Well, one right at the beginning. Second time when they had the aeroplane messed up. And then now. And that was pretty much it. Everything else was like calm.
Yeah, I feel like it was just a good wrap up to the season. And I think with some shows, I might have been disappointed with this episode, but I think with Agents, the reason I'm not is because I told you for like the last 5-6 episodes, I don't feel like they ever gave us filler or they was ever holding anything back from us. So wrapping it up like this, I felt was just like good. Like it closed off a lot of doors and it just opened the door for a couple new things that are coming in the next season. So I feel like for me, the Samuel Jackson cameo or Nick Fury cameo, when he first shows up and saves Fitz and Simmons, I thought was amazing. I felt like him later on in the episode, besides at the end where he's just having a conversation with Phil about restarting S.H.I.E.L.D., I didn't really like when he showed up at the facility. They had their little jokey banter, and then Garrett's doing his monologue, and then these men are doing the comedic. I thought all of that was kind of dead. Do you know what I'm saying? But I like that Fury showed up to save them, and I like that he was there at the end to like push us into the next season, where it's like, obviously, man, I've been saying like, oh, we'll just call the show Agents, but like he reaffirmed that the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. will live on, and in the best way, like through Coulson and his team. And the even thing that's nicer than about that is at the end of the episode, they allude to something being wrong with Coulson. So it's not like HYDRA's growing again, but there's also a deficiency with the new S.H.I.E.L.D. that we're going to get anyway. Do you know what I'm saying? So I love that part of it.
I just felt like, obviously, maybe it's just us being the Cybermen that we are, but I feel like they just didn't go fully committed into some things that we've come to feel with some TV shows, like the death of Fitz. Man's like, he's got brain damage, so he's in a condition right now, so he's off the team. But it's like, also I don't know what the plan was with Fitz. It's like, man should really be dead. Like, he said his all goodbyes, man was planning for Simmons to survive. I'm like, you're saying it all there, so why are you keeping man around?
Maybe they'll do to him what they've been doing to other bodies, innit? Like what they did with Thing, bruv. Because look, the guy said, look, he was brain dead his brain didn't get oxygen for a hot minute. Bruh, like, how are you going to save man? Go through that procedure.
But they got no more of that alien blood.
Yeah, bro, they can definitely make more of that. But what I do think is interesting about this, because the same thing we were saying about Ward, about he's too irredeemable to bring back to the good side, but we don't want to take him off the table. I like that they took Fitz off the table bro, I feel like they took him off in a good way, bro. Because it's like, let's say they bring him back next season or they don't bring him back next season. We still got all of that stuff that you're talking about. We still got the emotional goodbye. He expressed to Gemma how he felt. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, they had their moment. Like, for me, closing the door there on Fitz, he's not dead, but like I guess we're going to have to address in the next season how finished he is. Do you know what I'm saying? But I feel like it's all right, bro. Especially as these lot, dealing with the kind of stuff they do, bro. If they come out of here with like no one dying or like, it's good that there was a casualty, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? And sometimes casualty is even better than a death as a reminder. Like, he will always be there for them to look at and be like, yo, look what happened to Fitz. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm more frustrated with the Ward wrap up than the Fitz wrap up. I thought the Fitz wrap up was good. But the Ward wrap up, like, he shows up, has this conversation with Sky. Like, they throw their jabs back and forth. It's kind of dead. And then May does the ninja jump out of anywhere. Then they have their fight. Like, I thought their whole fight was kind of, you know what I'm saying? You kind of just knew how that whole thing was going to go, bruv.
But the funny thing about that whole fight is that Ward finished her last time.
And this is
what would have killed her, but now all of a sudden
this is what
jump on
this is what I don't like about it, because I felt like the show felt like it had to get May a W. And that was there's no other W she could get besides that. That's why they're making the jokes about, me being on top, boom, boom, boom. Yeah, it's cool. But what I really felt like should have happened is that even if they fought to a stalemate, or she won, Ward escaping, just being out there, I felt like would be better than like them catching him. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, so that was, to me, it was just a bit interesting. Or even if their conversation with him and Sky went deeper, I thought that him and Sky were going to fight.
Yeah.
And I would have liked that. Obviously, Sky can't win that fight. But him still escaping or having an opportunity to kill her again and being like, nah, I'm not going to kill you. We're going to be... Like, imagine he goes deep on this. Like, he kind of started it. Where he's like, listen, Rhaenyra put in his mind, they're both monsters and they can be together. So if he then said the same thing to her, like, listen, we're going to be together. Like, you're not ready now. And cuts. And then they can bring him back in a later season, like, look at that. After Sky's powers come out or whatever, she's done a madness. You know what I'm saying? Like, build the bridge.
Nah, I'm not trying to see them two together, bro.
No, bro. It's not seeing them together, bro. It's his psychosis of he needs her. She's never gonna be with man. But that's you know what I'm saying? That I think that's the building of a legit nemesis, bro. Do you know? And after what he's done to Fitz, get me.
I want to see Sims. How Sim's gonna be next season after what she went through with Fitz in it. Like, yo, I want to see a super OD, bro. But like I said, bro, it was calm. It was calm, innit? It was calm. But then again, we've been like ever since episode 11, like so. For 10 straight episodes, man got fire after fire after fire, innit?
I want to say before then, bruv. Because it was like from episodes, it was from more, like, the
episode
the
11 was like the whole...
Was the HYDRA thing, yeah. But I think, remember, bro, before then, it was like the first 5 episodes, we was like, but then from 6 forward, bro, it took a major jump when they connected with their dad. But it was building from early, bro.
11 to me was the one that was like, bang, like, all right, we're full on, do you know what I'm saying? No breaks, no nothing. So when we get here and they kind of just, you know, finishing up everything else, boom, that's it, bro. But like, I'm just here for the next season, innit? That's what I'm on, bro. And also, Flowers as well. I want to see, because obviously she I guess she found Sky's dad.
I think she didn't find him. She already knew him.
So I want to see where that goes. And so I guess it's going to be more about Sky next season.
It could be a lot of things. Obviously, the rebuilding of S.H.I.E.L.D., Coulson now writing this whole map of the universe.
It's mad.
Like, even Quinn's got away with the gravity machine, which also has a villain in it. So that's still very compelling. Obviously, he's no longer he's not a criminal, yeah. So that's actually kind of interesting as well. But I don't know, man. Just the finale set kind of funny with me, bro. It was like, it just went back to its comedic, funny ways when it's been mad serious. Like you said, from like...
gave you 10 episodes back to back.
And suddenly it's like, this whole happy joy. They retconned man's death by having a twin brother. I'm like, oh my God.
You know what, yeah? I don't even think that's like a brother thing, bro. I think that's like a... something they created. I think this guy...
What is it?
I think so, bro.
That's just invincible in you, bro.
I think they're just... You know what that reminded me of? You know Men in Black? The 3 aliens that drink coffee all the time.
Yeah.
Bruv, I would not be surprised if there's one more of them, bruv. Like, because the way... like,
so
it's
dumb.
just... Because it just seems perfectly that you have that guy that's not the same guy, but it's the same guy. Like, yo... Imagine another one comes here and they're talking crap about the other one that got murked. Bro, I would not be surprised, bro. I would not be surprised, bro.
The only thing I liked the most was that Deathlock, like, he's obviously got into this whole situation. Now he's like, can't see his family. He's going to do stuff from a distance. I'd like to see if he ever has a return, because I think that would be kind of deep. Because he's not friend or foe kind of thing.
He's got to have a return, bro. Like, even if it's not for 3 seasons, him showing up for an episode because something came closer to him or he found out something, bruv. I think that's definitely, especially with,
I think they've set
with
that
them
up.
saying with Sky being able to look and see through man's eyes. I feel like definitely like there's going to be something there.
Set up. Plus he said, everything else I'm going to also do in the future is going to be for my son. So...
yeah, that's the thing I like the most.
Alright, so you know how Thing could see the universe, future, past, present?
That's what he said, yeah.
Yeah, so that put me thinking of like, the events before Endgame. So like, did he, because the things he wanted to do, they was like, I can see the things in the back of my eye, and whatever he wanted to do, was it towards what he had seen in the future, like setting up Earth?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like all that stuff.
He says that.
And then now we have Coulson drawing the same map that he was. So what's going on there?
I think he said that humanity is just clawing into the depths of what their man's supposed to evolve into. So obviously he's on that evolution. He was on that evolution tip, the same thing that Ray is on. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's interesting that she's gone back to Sky's dad, and obviously Coulson doesn't know, and maybe because Coulson hasn't got the memories of how their man were going mad when he was doing the experiment on them, when he's like, they was doing crazy stuff, they could have just been writing that stuff on the wall over and over again. Coulson's memory's been erased, so can't remember that. But now obviously that serum blood's in him, so he's doing the same thing, bro. And obviously May's not gonna be watching man as hard as she was before, because obviously they already had the trust issue, and we've all said, Coulson's fine now. Do you know what I'm saying? So he could be doing that every night, bruv.
New season needs to get here ASAP, innit?
Yeah. It's going to be interesting, very interesting with how things go from here. But guys, let us know in the comments down below, what do you think of this first season? Was it lit? Did you continue watching it? Did it stop you?
Shout out to the patrons, man. Shout out to the patrons who've been riding with man this one, innit? Like, the comments been spicy on Patreon. Like everybody that came on YouTube comments as well, talking about how you couldn't wait for us to get here, and we're here. Like it's just been lit, innit? It's been lit. So appreciate all the TCN fam still.
There you go. So guys, I guess we'll see you on the next review. I'm Sam, Mr. Blitz Tech.
Waving your GS.
Show on further the cyber nerds.